What would you do if I sang out a tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Welcome back to the Mighty Mansfield Show. Now, I don't know if anybody knows what I mean, but you know when you get to a point, you know when you get those days where you're just not getting through what you know you need to get through, and you know you ain't got a chance of doing it? Well, today is one of those days, unfortunately for me. I feel so snowed under today that I can't see myself achieving everything that I'm going to plan to do today, which basically means I'm going to make a quick video, and obviously, yeah, just feel a bit snowed under. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm getting hungry. I've got to be, what is it, 10:30 now. I've got to go and do a job for somebody at about 11:30, so I've got about an hour gap, and I don't think anything else could satisfy me at the moment than a decent bacon sandwich. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to Google quickly bacon sandwich near me. Right, first one come up, which is 0.4 mile away, and it's called the Farm Kitchen. Now, I don't know if they do takeaways, but I'm going to ask them to do me a takeaway anyway, because I'm just running out of time. And I need to be able to eat it quickly, so a full sit-down breakfast I ain't got time for. Anyway, let's get down there. We're going to the Farm Kitchen. That's on the Marlow Road, Henley on Thames. I believe it's a campsite as well, actually, but we'll find out when we get there. So here we are, Farm Kitchen, and this is at Swiss Farm. So I'm going to run in there quickly, see if they'll do me a takeaway bacon sandwich. To be fair, it looks pretty shut up, but it says on their Google status that they're open. So this is the sign I've just come up to. We open on Thursday, 23rd of January at 9 AM. Closed from the 6th to the 22nd. Well, so all I can say is, you got Google status, right? It's one click on a button, and you could have told me that before I came in. So, yeah, this is basically it. Kitchen at Swiss Farm. Oh, just in case you're not sure, they put a billboard out. I tell you, they're shut. Guys, it's not hard, right? You've got Google status, just click the button, mate. These places really get on. Not in the mood for this today, that's for sure. So this is the kitchen at Swiss Farm. Don't bother with it. 0 out of 10. Can't even be bothered to update their Google. Right, let's go and see what we can find. So they do have a farm shop here, I can see. I'm going to go in there, see if they've got anything in there, and I'm also going to keep the camera running, but I'll put it down so they can't see it's there. And I'll ask them if they've got anything to do with the calf and why they haven't updated their Google status. Yeah, so this isn't really what I was expecting. They got a few bits in there, cakes, and I don't really fancy cakes for breakfast though, that's the thing. No meat products. Yeah. Bit disappointing, to be honest with you. I don't think I would bother coming back here. Right, so, what can I say about today? Well, I was pushed for time today. So, there's a story to this. I was pushed for time today. I had the space of about an hour to get somewhere and back and get some food. And what I do in those circumstances, like a lot of tradesmen do, is they go on to Google, because businesses register themselves with Google, which means they can keep you posted with their up-to-date status saying we're shut or we're open or we close at this time, and they can put their opening times there. Rah. Now, to do this, they have to register and they have to put their details in there. The thing that really gets to me is if you do shut for a period of time, you can go onto your status on Google, and with one click you can tell tradesmen or people or anybody who's going to go and visit and try and get something to eat, especially people like truck drivers and things like that, where they've got limited time and they can make their decision and they know they're going to get something. So I think it's the worst thing you can do. And even if you had the best produce in the world, if you don't update your Google, I'm not saying don't go on holiday. You know, everybody deserves a holiday, especially if you work hard. But these people put their hands out all summer and take your money, and then they just go and they don't bother to tell anybody. They don't update their Google. They put a notice in the window. Come on. You know, it was all quite clear they were shut when I got there, but that doesn't help me, does it? Anyway, rant over. So I had no option but to rate the farm kitchen at Swiss Farm in Henley-on-Thames 0 out of 10. And I would go as far as saying it was the worst bacon sandwich experience I've ever had, because I didn't get it. What I'm having today is Cruz Campo. Now, I've recently been introduced to this. I see it in the pubs all the time, but it isn't my favourite. I've got to be honest. I tried it the other day, and it's okay. It's not my favourite, but it's okay. That's as far as I'm concerned. You know, on a cold day. Not to say this is a Spanish lager. So that's Cruz Campo anyway. Most people know what it tastes like anyway. So cheers. Bit gutted I couldn't give much. I mean, there wasn't much of a video, was it? But at least I exposed these places that don't make the effort, and I guess that's helpful. But I just don't understand it, and I hate doing it. But you know, I'm a big camper, and I promote campsites, and especially if they do put food facilities in there and that's great. But you've got to play the game, you know. I think perhaps this place probably gets a lot of custom in the summer, so I don't know, does it make it worse? It just basically says you can't be bothered, and yeah, I don't know. And the farm kitchen, like, the cakes and that were covered, but the sourdough didn't look bad, but it's all just sat there, and there was no door on that shed, so you know, anything can fly in, or rats can go in and out of there, and you know, I guess it gets put out daily. I don't know. Let me know if you know, but it didn't appeal to me. You know, yeah. Anyway, you see it all in the footage, so see what you think. But this is my beer of the week. Cheers, by the way. And this is my beer snack of the week. Now, I love these. I get a Perry Cubes. And they're just basically, I don't know if you can see that, drawer. It's the Laughing Cow. We call it Laughing Cow in the UK. I've eaten these as a kid. They're basically bits of cream cheese and they're flavoured. So this one's an emmental flavour one, jambon ham flavour, tomato, obviously tomato, onion fondant, basically onion flavour. But yeah, these are, I've had them as a kid. I just really love them. You know, they're just great little things. So I'll go with a little jambon flavour one. Again, you'll see the Laughing Cow on there. These have been about for years, and what I do is I systematically go over to France and places like that, because I like to go around their supermarkets, do like say a monthly shop and then come back. And recently my nephew started getting into it, so he's like, yeah, let's go once a month. So yeah, it suits me. Which very much remind me of my childhood. Tomato flavour one, I would say it's probably my favourite. It's a weird one, because if you said, tomato flavoured cheese, you'd be a bit like, But it actually does work. Anyway, it's starting to rain now. And I suppose the moral of the story here is, don't bother going to these places that can't be bothered with you. You know, everyone's got to make money, I get that. And everyone's got to go on holiday, I get that. But one click of a button, you could have saved me all that hassle, all that wasted fuel. And more importantly, I wouldn't have been hungry all day, because I didn't have time after that. So I wouldn't bother with places like that. If they can't be bothered, don't bother with them. They're just out to take your money. And yeah. Or if you are a business and you do that, think about what you're doing, because you put yourself on Google, Nobody else did. Just update your status, that's all I'm saying. Right, guys, cheers. I hope this was an informative video for you, and let's hope we get a bit of better luck in the next one. Catch up with you soon. Cheers.